This video will demonstrate the mechanism the baby makes of a long rotation in an ROP labour. The baby in an ROP position will have a longitudinal lie. The presentation will be cephalic. The position in this case is ROP, that's right occipito posterior. The attitude of the head is one of flexion. The denominator, therefore, is the occiput, and the engaging diameter of this occiput is the sub-occipitofrontal of 10 centimetres.
Towards the end of the pregnancy or in early labour, the fetal head is going to enter the maternal pelvis with a sagittal suture in the transverse diameter, similar position for a baby that's in the occipito-anterior position. This demonstration is going to be talking about the long rotation, which requires a flexed head. As the baby descends in the maternal pelvis through labour, we get some increasing flexion through the labour. The occiput will meet the resistance of the pelvic floor, but instead of rotating 1/8, as it would do if it was in the OA position, it's now going to rotate forwards 3/8 of a turn. And the shoulders will only rotate 2/8 of a turn anteriorly. So it's the same misalignment that we have for a fetus that's lying in the OA position, and there is a slight twist in the neck, so the head and the shoulders are not aligned. Once the fetus head has made this 3/8 rotation, then it follows the same mechanism for a fetus that's now lying in the occipito-anterior position. So we have increasing flexion, increasing descent, and the occiput slips underneath the subpubic arch and crowning can occur. We get extension as the fetal head pivots on the suboccipito region and extends. This releases the syncciput, the face and the chin, which sweep the perineum. We get the correcting and untwisting of the fetal alignment, called restitution, and the occiput rotates 1/8 of the rotation. We then get further descent of the fetus, and the anterior shoulder meets the resistance of the pelvic floor and rotates anteriorly by 1/8 to lay directly underneath the symphysis. And we get simultaneous external rotation of the head by 1/8, and the occiput lies laterally. The anterior shoulder then sleeps beneath the pubic arch as we get increasing descent, and the posterior shoulder sweeps the perineum, and we get lateral flexion to deliver the baby.
So today we're going to talk about some of the manoeuvres required to deliver a breech vaginally. Now, even though cesarean section is much more common for breech, it still is an issue, and we need to train to deliver breech vaginally wherever we can, particularly when the woman arrives at, in advanced labour. So the first thing is, as the mother's pushing, just really keep your hands off the breech. Don't try and pull. The more you pull, the more likely you are to get a nuchal arm. This mother's really doing well. So you can see that often the legs will deliver spontaneously. However, if they don't, then it's worth just flexing the knees and bringing the legs down. Again, with this side, flex them, bring it down. Now then, put your fingers in the groins of the baby with your thumbs over the sacrum. It's really important then just to let the baby come down until you see the scapula. You can see it just there. Rotate the baby round in love sets maneuver. Then, with the same finger as the same side as the shoulder, put your finger over the baby's shoulder into the antecubital fossa and flex the arm down. Now, I recommend then roll it around again, use the other side's finger to get into the antecubital fossa, and again flex the arm down over the chest. Then, with the pushing from the mother, pushing down, you can see the nape of the neck coming down. I would then use Morrisseau Smellie Veit for this. So for Morrisseau Smellie Veit, it's important to rest the baby's abdomen on your forearm. On the lower hand, press on the cheeks of the baby, and the upper hand press on the occiput to maintain flexion. So keep the chin on the baby's chest so the head doesn't become overextended. As the mother's pushing, then what I would do is stand up and maintain the flexion and deliver the baby in a J shape like that. Sometimes the head doesn't descend enough for us to do morososmelly vite, and it's important to have a think about manoeuvres that can help descent so that we can deliver the baby, and particularly the aftercoming head. So one of the things to do is suprapubic pressure to maintain flexion of the baby's head. So Kathy, if we can do that, and that in of itself can be a useful manoeuvre. However, sometimes that doesn't work either, and it's important then to think about what is available for next steps. So Kathy, if you can get your assistant to hold the baby up whilst you place the blades. So it's a standard application of Keelan's. Just pop them in laterally, just like you normally would. Let the blades come down a bit. And again on this side, again laterally. Just let the weight of the blades come in like that. Just let the blades settle in. Join them together. And Kathy, I'm going to take the baby now, that's great. Let's rest the baby down. Then just like morososmelly vite, put your hand to flex the baby's head at the occiput and just stand up like a J shape to help to facilitate the birth of the aftercoming head.
If you'd like to learn more about how prompt training can improve care on your labour ward, or to sign up for our courses, please visit www.promptmaternity.org or email us on info@promptmaternity.org.